Welcome to this review of the FeiyuTech AK2000 Gimbal. The AK2000 is made for smaller interchangeable lens cameras like my Sony a6300. It can carry a payload of 2.8 kg. Other than my old gimbal, the Mother Air, this gimbal doesn't block the camera's screen, what is a big step up in technology. The gimbal comes with this baseplate. You connect the camera at the higher rear end, because the front is there to attach the support thing for the lens. Since my lens is very light, I don't need it. You simply slide the plate in and lock it with this mechanism. But I use my own Manfrotto quick release system that always stays attached on the gimbal. So I only have to balance it once and then I only have to slide in my camera whenever I want to use it. A gimbal is considered balanced when the gimbal is turned off and the camera can be put into any position and it stays there. I have years of experience in using Steadicams and gimbals, so it was pretty easy for me to balance this setup as well. At the front is a touchscreen to control certain things. The gimbal always stays in the HF mode, in which you don't have control over up and down movement. The only mode I use is the TF mode, in which I have control over up and down and left and right movement. It's a bit annoying that I always have to change the mode after starting the gimbal, but it only takes one click. The gimbal actually has a lot of different movement settings. There is also one in which you can turn the gimbal around. But again, I only need the TF mode. With the wheel on the side, you can also control the gimbal's movement. Depending on what option is set, it changes the up and down, left to right, or roll axis. I especially find it helpful for the roll axis because on my other gimbals it happens once in a while that the roll axis is slightly off, so being able to fix that within seconds is great. The gimbal's movement can also be controlled via the joystick, but I barely use it. Also tripod legs can be connected to the gimbal. I don't use them because it's always my goal to stay as simple and flexible as possible. Instead, I use the screw thread for my body strap. I mainly film weddings and it's a must-have for me to attach the gimbal to my body. I am glad this gimbal has the screw thread because most gimbals don't have it. It's pretty handy that I can carry the gimbal on my body because then I can change within seconds between the gimbal and the handheld camera that I have hanging down my shoulder. The gimbal has a great build quality and is very comfortable to use. I immediately felt good about using it. As you see, I only use a super wide angle lens on my gimbal. It's just the way I always record and that also makes the most sense for me. Yes, the result is not 100% smooth, but actually this is the case for any gimbal I used so far. I always add the warp stabilizer in post, then it is perfectly smooth and I'm very happy with the results. So now enjoy the last few scenes you see here, and if you have any further questions, just write to me in the comments.